Still watching motivational videos on YouTube? You get pumped, tell yourself you can do it, and think tomorrow is the day you finally study like crazy and change your life. But when the alarm rings tomorrow morning, you will hit the snooze button and choose to procrastinate all over again. Are you just lacking willpower? Absolutely not. Your brain simply views studying or effort, actions not immediately necessary for survival, as an unnecessary waste of energy and aggressively shuts the system down. Motivation is just a temporary, cheap sugar rush. The brain runs purely on meticulously designed rewards and survival alarms. Today, I'm giving you 3 neuroscientific tricks to hijack your lazy brain and make it absolutely addicted to doing the agonizing work it desperately wants to avoid. Trick number 1. Trigger a fake emergency bell in your brain. We usually open a book, neatly highlight it, and read it multiple times, and we believe we actually studied. Unfortunately, that is a classic psychological trap called the illusion of fluency. Because the text is right in front of you, your brain processes it easily and scams you into thinking that just because it's familiar, you have completely mastered it. It's like singing a comfortable lullaby to your brain. Since there's no direct threat to survival, the moment you close the book, your brain dumps all that information into the trash. True brain hacking starts with closing the book and forcing yourself to squeeze out what you just read onto a blank piece of paper. You will want to tear your hair out because you can't remember, and you will feel highly uncomfortable. This is actually the fundamental rule strictly followed in foreign language learning in the West. Cognitive psychologist Robert Bjork called this desirable difficulty. The moment this extreme cognitive friction hits, your hippocampus, the brain's memory storage, declares a state of emergency. It signals, "Hardwire this now or we die," and forcibly thickens your synapses. Memories are physically forged not in comfort, but only when the brain is in a state of panic. Trick number 2, obliterate your default reward system. We often think, if I just solve this difficult problem, I can watch YouTube or eat some chicken. Stop. Don't ever do that. The second you delay the reward, the study or work you are doing right now becomes a miserable punishment you just want to get over with. Your brain will resist this action even more violently next time. Stanford Neuroscience proves the most terrifying trick is to disguise the pain itself as dopamine. When you are struggling with a complex problem, feeling blocked and incredibly frustrated, scream this to yourself. Wow, this agonizing stress. This is the feeling of my neurons upgrading. This is truly thrilling. Sounds psychotic? Try it. Our brains are simpler than you think and will perfectly fall for your gaslighting. The moment you spit out those words, an astonishing chemical alchemy occurs in your brain. The stress hormone that made you want to run away combines with the dopamine pouring from your frontal lobe, chemically transforming that urge to escape into an extreme state of pleasure known as flow. Extracting dopamine directly from the pain itself, this trick is the real secret of the top 1% who endure the grind like machines. Trick number 3, pull the plug on your brain completely during breaks. You just focus like a maniac for 2 hours, and to reward yourself, you watch Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts for 10 minutes? Sigh. What a disaster. You just permanently deleted half of the knowledge you just shoved into your head. Newly formed neural networks are incredibly fragile. Pouring stimulating dopamine videos over them causes what neuroscience calls retroactive interference. It's a horrific tragedy where new, highly stimulating garbage data overrides and pushes out the crucial knowledge you just worked so hard to store. The real trick is to shut off all visual and auditory switches for exactly 10 minutes right after exhausting your brain. Smartphones, music, conversations, all banned. Just stare at a wall or close your eyes and space out completely. Go grab a cup of tea. Many people can't endure this empty 10 minutes and grab their smartphones again. But remember this, muscles don't grow when you lift heavy barbells at the gym. They grow when you rest after the workout. Your brain is exactly the same. You must completely cut off external input for the newly learned knowledge to synthesize and become yours. During this empty time of doing absolutely nothing, when external input drops to zero, a background system called the default mode network, DMN, turns on in our brain. While you quietly space out for 10 minutes, your hippocampus frantically shoots the massive data you just processed into your cerebral cortex, forcefully consolidating it into long-term memory. The time you spend doing nothing is, in fact, the time your brain evolves the most violently. Look, we can't all sacrifice our sleep to become study bugs, or the top 1% elite talents. And we don't need to be. But for all of you, who are witty, endearing, faithful to your reality, and living your lives without grand deceptions, shouldn't you at least avoid a life where you are just a slave controlled by the system inside this meticulously crafted matrix? The most practical cheat key to dominate your brain and flip the situation. I want to make sure to hand you one in every single video. Let's do this together. Please wait for the next cheat key.